Yeah, people go for the title. Unit 2, problems in illuminations. Let's do some problems now. The first one, see the content. This is your first problem. A point source of light is found to produce on illuminations 100 lux at a distance x. So this is the basic first information. I have one source and the source will produce the illuminations of 100 lux after a distance of x meter from the source. Then the same source will produce one more lux value. It is nothing but 1 lux at the distance of x plus 36 meter from the source. So yeah, extension of line is there, extension of distance is there. From the distance x, source will producing a 100 lux value. Then after x plus 36 meter, the same source will produce the 1 lux. So now we're going to determine some cases here. We need to determine the two distance value. What is x and what is x plus 36 value. Then a second case is nothing but we need to find the luminous intensity of the source at the same intensity. Then a third one is nothing but we need to determine the total luminous output value. So this is the people. It is a basic problem. So you have to draw one neat diagram now just by understanding this problem. I'm consider this is a source. Then I have to draw one line with the distance of x. With the distance of x, this point, this is nothing but considered as a source. This source will produce a lux value is nothing but 100. So after this distance x, it is a 100 lux value. Then I can extend the distance. That distance is nothing but x plus 36 meter. So I have to notify this thing. So a long distance is there. It is x plus 36 meter. From this distance, the same source will producing 1 lux as a luminous. So it will produce 1 lux. Now I'm going to determine the distance here. So this is the content. With this information, what are the things we have is two distance are there. One is x, another one is x plus 36. Then the luminous intensity of the source. So this is the thing. This is the source. From this source, these values are given 100 and 1 lux values. Then a total illuminations you need to find. So these the things are you need to find. First one is nothing but a distance. Second one is nothing but a luminous intensity of the source. The next one is nothing but total luminous. Let's do one by one. So this is the first one to determine the distance. So the considerations, first you have to take a basic formula. Illuminations, it is notified by E. It is equal to I by d square. I is nothing but intensity, then d divided by d is nothing but distance. So rearrange this equation to find the intensity value. Then I is equal to E into d square. So from that equation, I can write this equation on the two setup because it is a two distance now. One represent for the distance x, another two represent for the distance x plus 36. So based on this thing, other details are there. So I'm going to substitute E value here. E is nothing but the lux value. It is already given in the question. So for this content, for the first distance, lux is 100. For the second distance, the lux is 1. For the first distance, d is x. For the second distance, the d is x plus 36. So I have to substitute these two things. Then after finding this content, I'm going to equate these two equations. So this thing and this thing, equate this content. Now it is easy to find the x value by simplifying this equation. So make this solving, then find the x value. It is equal to 4. Then after finding this 4, first distance has been calculated. It is x now. Then second distance is calculated by x plus 36. So you can find the x here. Then make the content for the second calculation, x plus 36, substitute x here and find the total value. It is nothing but 40 meter. Solve and check this value. So first setup is calculated. We can easily find the distance of the two positions, x and x plus 36. Then second one, you need to determine about the luminous intensity of the source. The same formula is there. It is nothing but illuminations E is equal to intensity divided by distance square. So it is calculated for the first case. So for that content, you have to rewrite this equation on this scenario. I is equal to E into d square. So all the data are there. E is nothing but 100, D is nothing but 4. Substitute all this thing and find the illuminations in the unit of candle power. So it is nothing but 1600 candle power. Solve and check this value. Then the third case, you need to find the total illuminations output in the lumens. So for this cases, we have a formula here. It is nothing but a luminous intensity is equal to lumen divided by 4 pi. Rewrite this equation on this content. This is nothing but total luminous, this value lumens, total lumens is equal to 4 pi into this luminous intensity has to rewrite on this scenario MSCP. It is nothing but mean spherical candle power. So we already see this portion in the terms of illuminations. So go through this content. So it is written in terms of luminous intensity. So after that, this thing we have to substitute. So this MSCP is nothing but luminous intensity. It is calculated on the previous sector itself. That value is 1600 candle power. So substitute this candle power value here. Then all the data are there. Simplify this thing and find the total luminous value. That is nothing but a 20,106 lumens. People, that's all the problem. Solve and check the answer should be correct or not. Then go for the second problem. Here, this is your data, second one. Just see, this is your question. You have to draw this diagram. Just read the question now. A lamp of 500 candle power is placed at the center of the room. That room dimensions are given here. That is nothing but 20 into 10 into 5 meter. Calculate the luminous in each corner of the room. So people, only two data are given. A room design is there. You need to calculate the illumination at the corners of the room. Your room size is given 20 into 10 into 5 meter. So length into breadth into height. Consider on this sector. Then a lamp is connected in a room that will produce a 500 candle power of luminous intensity. So you have to draw a neat diagram here. A square, a rectangular box. It is considered as a room. Then it has 4 corners. So put a alphabetic A, B, C, D here and cross with the diagonals value because it is very much needed for this calculation. Then a center of the room is denoted as 0 dash. Then a height of the certain value is defined as a bulb hanging in the height that will define as 0. Then this distance is mentioned by 5. It is nothing but mentioned the height is there 5 meters. So it is location of bulb and this is the center of the room. So this height is nothing but 5 meter. Then the room size is length into breadth. A length is nothing but 20 meter. It is 20 meter and a breadth is nothing but 100 meter. So length, breadth, height is mentioned here. Then this is the bulb location. This is the center of the room and this 4 thing is nothing but the corners of the room. Now what we're going to find is this bulb at the 0 location, it will produce a 500 candle power of illuminations. We need to find a illumination values on the corners A, B, C, D from this distance. Let's go the content. What are the data we have means nothing but a 500 candle power value, then a place at the center of the room, then a size of the room. By using this information, we're going to calculate the illuminations in each corner of the room. It's very simple. Just listen the procedure. The first one is nothing but a formula for finding the illumination at the corners is nothing but candle power divided by diagonal. Here it is mentioned as a radius square. Actually, it is a diagonal square of the diagonal radius of the diagonal square. Then a cos theta is nothing but the angle declaration. So listen here, to understand this illumination equation, you need to consider this diagram. People, this is the center of the room, O dash. And this is the top of the room, a light hanging here. It is nothing but a O. Then a 4 corner is nothing but A, B, C, D. Now, for this formula, what are the data you needed here is, you need first thing, this dotted line. It is nothing but the distance between a corner to a height of the light. It's nothing but O. This distance is considered as R. Then another thing is nothing but a cos theta. This theta is nothing but an angle between center to corner. That is nothing but theta. So you need to find the theta value as well as you need to find the R value. This candle power is already given in the question. That is nothing but a basic value of it is 500 CP. So let's do the thing that R is nothing but this length and this cos theta is nothing but theta is nothing but this value. You have to substitute here and find this cos theta. So peoples, let's go and solve this content. For the first one, you need to find the diagonal, which means of the length unukku theva அப்படின்னா you have to find this whole length now. ரூமோட cross section diagonal முதல்ல கண்டுபிடிச்சி அந்த diagonal பாதியா எடுத்தனா you got the distance of A and A dash. When you know about the distance of A and A dash and A and O dash, then O dash and O, you can easily find the length of O and A. So this is the procedure. First one, you need to find the diagonal of the room. So diagonal of the room is either A to C or D to B, whatever it is. So to find this diagonal, I am considering A to C. For finding A to C, this is a diagonal, a basic mathematical formula. You have to use this length and breadth value. This is already there. A length of AB and length of BC is there. So use this formula to determine AZ is equal to root of AB square plus BC square. So AB is already there 20, BC is already there 10. By substituting this thing, you can easily find the diagonal of the room. It is nothing but AC. So after find this content, you have to find the value of this length A and O dash. To find that, this is the whole diagonal. You have to divide this diagonal by 2. So this is the next one. Once you find out the diagonal, there is nothing but 22.36 meter. So after that, you have to find the O dash length. So A O dash length is found by AZ divided by 2. So you got the value now. So that value is nothing but 11.18 meter. So now you got this length. It is nothing but 11.18. Then you already have this height value. It is nothing but 5 meter. Now you can easily find this length. This is nothing but the diagonal value which is lies between the height to corner. So now you have to draw one neat diagram. So this is nothing but the triangle what we need to know. This is nothing but the height of O dash to O. Then this is nothing but one corner A. This corner to O dash is already calculated, the 11.18. Then the height is already given in the question. It is nothing but 5. Then you need to find this length O to A. That is nothing but R. This value is going to substitute in this equation to define the intensity of the each corner. So that's all people. You have to repeat the same step what we saw in the room diagonal measurement. For this cases, you now you easily know about the height and length and breadth of this content. With this content, use the same formula. R is equal to, that means not R here, same thing. R is equal to whole root of A O dash square, something the length of this thing 11.18 square plus O dash square, which means of O dash square, it is nothing but 5 square. By solving this equation, you can easily find the R value. That is nothing but 12.2 meter. Then after did that, you need to find the angle of this thing theta. Here to find this content, a formula is there, cos theta. Cos theta is equal to height divided by diagonal. So this is the formula here. Cos theta is equal to height by diagonal. Height is nothing but this thing, a length between O dash to O, divided by diagonal is nothing but a length between A to O. So keep in mind about this formula. To find this cos theta is nothing but height divided by diagonal. So height is there and diagonal is there. Put the length of these two things and both the data is there. After this R is already found now. So 12.2 is nothing but the diagonal length. Then height length is nothing but 5. Substitute this 2 value and find the cos theta value. That is nothing but 0.408. That's all people. Now you can easily find the R and you can easily find the cos theta value. Substitute these two data to this equation. That is nothing but illumination at the corner. So from this equation, CP is already there. R is already finding here. Then cos theta is already finding here. Substitute all this thing and find the illuminations at each corner. That is nothing but 1.3 lux value. Just solve and check this problem.